Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Going to make this video short and sweet. We have breaking news that library credits has actually lost the SEC case. So you can see the price action right now, down 35, a little bit over 35%. This literally just came out within the past hour. I've got Jeremy Hogan, obviously one of the huge proponents for the XRP community. Library fought the good fight but lost at summary judgment. The judge hung his hat largely on the fact that there was essentially no use for the tokens at the time of sales. I would expect this case to make its way into the Security and Exchange Commission's final brief and the Ripple case. We also have Jim Filan, another huge proponent for the XRP community. SEC, New Hampshire court finds that Library offered library credits as a security and that the fair notice defense fails. Court finds no reasonable trier of fact that could reject the SEC's contention that Library offered LBC as a security. Library does not have a trialable defense that it lacked fair notice. The SEC is entitled to judgment. The SEC's motion for summary judgment is granted. You can see a ton of comments down here from a lot of people in the XRP community, obviously. Got Fred saying, remember that New Hampshire is in the First Circuit and the SDNY is in the second. This is not anywhere close to game over for Ripple, but it definitely is a momentum killer. And we all know that the SEC will be throwing this order in front of Judge Torres ASAP. Yeah, and Library putting out a tweet, we lost. Sorry, everybody. We're going to lick our wounds for a little bit, but we're not giving up. We've got a bright team. Tens of millions of pieces of content, hundreds of thousands of creators, and one of the most popular Web3 apps in the world. The best is yet to come. The full ruling in the SEC versus Library case can be read here. And that is right here. I'll post this link for you guys. Down here in the conclusion, there's some pretty curious things on here. I mean, I think even Library extends on this. But where did I see it? Basically stating, that the verbiage is really concerning within this ruling. Essentially, from what Library is stating, with the verbiage, it's basically stating, pretty much everything that's been issued in the United States has been issued as a security as far as crypto assets are concerned. I would, wait until, I don't think this is game over for the Ripple case whatsoever, obviously. I'm not a lawyer, but yeah, it's just like shocking news because we want to see innovation in the United States. We don't want to see an overreach as far as regulation is concerned. We know how far the U.S. is, behind, or at least as far as we've led to be, we've been led to believe how far the U.S. is behind, and we're not going to get there through, just crazy amounts of overreach and regulation. So the conclusion from the judge here, as I've explained, the only issues raised by the parties' cross motions for summary judgment are whether Library offered LBC as a security and whether Library received fair notice that it needed to register its offerings. Because no reasonable trier of fact could reject the SEC's contention that Library offered LBC as a security, and Library does not have a trialable defense that it lacked fair notice, the SEC is entitled to judgment. The SEC's motion for summary judgment is granted, and Library's motion for summary judgment is denied. And there's going to be a scheduling aspect within this as well. So, if you guys aren't aware, this is back in March of 2021 when the SEC sued Library, alleging that LBC tokens were securities and that the startup had violated securities laws by selling them without registering with the agency. Library pushed back, claiming that LBC tokens were not securities and that the SEC did not give it fair notice that its sale of LBC was subject to securities laws, thus violating the company's rights to due process. Now we do know that due process and fair notice was denied as of today. Federal judge of New Hampshire ruled Monday that no reasonable trier of fact could reject the SEC's contention. You guys get the picture, right? So, well, it'll be interesting to, it'll certainly be interesting to watch. We're still kind of in the midst of this SEC lawsuit with Ripple. And, yep. Shout out to the Library community out there and to the team. Obviously not what you want to see. You can see what's kind of occurred here on the back end of this ruling. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I might be able to try to get another one out today. I had a bunch more content lined up, but this just came across and I wanted to share it with you all. So I'll talk to you when I talk to you. Bye.